We have all become like one who is unclean, and all our righteous deeds are like a polluted garment. We all fade like a leaf, and our iniquities, like the wind, take us away. What remedy is there? Well, there's only one who can actually redeem your soul. And this one is God himself. And he chose to take on the form of a servant, to take on the likeness of sinful flesh and be born in a stinking stable. And then he lived perfectly, legally compliant with the moral and the ceremonial law of God, utterly, utterly righteous, utterly perfect in every regard. You couldn't do this. It's an impossibility. So you're cursed. There's a death penalty over your life. So he set himself to go for you. And the night he was arrested, he went to a garden called Gethsemane. And he sweat blood. That's trauma. He lay in the dirt because he knew he'd have to face the full wrath of God. But he set his face like a flint, not to turn back for your sake. That's how much he loves you. And then he substituted for you on that Roman cross. He took the death penalty for you. He wasn't sweating blood because of the pain, the fact they would rip his beard out, flog his back till it was in ribbons. He wasn't sweating blood because of that. He wasn't sweating blood because they would drive thorns into his skull. He was sweating blood because he had to endure becoming sin, who knew no sin, and taking the wrath, the full, righteous, good wrath of a holy God on himself. Horrific. What horror for him. And then he became a curse for you so that you could become the righteousness of God in him. And then he died. And then he was buried. And when salvation comes to a soul, you die in his death. Your old self dies in his death. And then on the third day, he rose again. And because of that resurrection, you rise to new life in him when the Holy Spirit regenerates your soul. This is supernatural. This isn't natural. There's nothing you can do to make this a reality. Only believe. It's a gift of faith. It's a gift of grace. It's a gift of salvation. The whole thing is a gift. This is the good news. This is the gospel. This is the power of God to salvation to everyone who believes it.